Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. MFJJ here, doing the 2022 bow review for Mathews V3X. Just got these today, a couple days early, so we're cranking out on our weekend to get you this stuff when we're allowed to release it. Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific is what I was told, our time. So, without further ado, what is new about this bow? Well, first of all, this is a 29-inch axle-to-axle bow with a 6-inch brace height. The cam is a little different, but only for one little reason. It's got these little indents right here on both ends, and they sell a little part for 40 bucks that allows you to press this bow in the field. Really amazing, amazing idea. Very simple, very basic, not a pricey thing to do. I'm surprised somebody hasn't thought of it before now, but it makes it to where you can pull off a cable or pull off a string in the field or at home if you don't have a bow press for 40 bucks. If your shop doesn't carry it, ask for it. If you're looking for it, let them know that it's something that you're interested in and maybe they'll carry it for you. We'll definitely carry it, but as of right now, we're not allowed to sell it online. So until they tell me differently, you're gonna have to go to your shop for it. And it literally looks just like a bowstring for the most part. It's just like a fully served bowstring. So really cool idea on that regard. This bow does go up to 30 inches now, where the 27 only went to 29.5, so that's a nice plus. Appreciate that. Same switch mod system as before, no changes there. So all the same modules work for you shop owners that maybe hasn't seen it yet or seen a video first, and you consumers that like this system, they are still making it exactly the same, no change. Lots of mods available. We sell a ton on our website if you need them, if you can't get them locally. But the specs overall, 29 axle to axle with a 6-inch brace. So let's measure that. .29 nut on, that's good. 6-inch brace height. Center of the string with the grip on, so if you took the grip off, it would be longer than 6. So that's a good number, pretty accurate there. Physical draw weight of 4.47 pounds. So let's see what our physical weight says. Mind you, it's got the integrate rest on it already that came on it when we got it. It's measuring out at, I can't quite see that. Can you see that? 4.6 to 7. So that's pretty accurate. I'd say 2/10 for a rest is pretty good. One other thing you may notice about this bow that's different, and it's their response to, I'm assuming, Hoyt's Picatinny system, is an internal dovetail. Now, as all of you probably know that watch my videos, say dovetails suck for bow hunting, right? Well, this dovetail don't suck for bow hunting because you're not adding additional parts to make this happen. You're actually reducing the amount of parts involved by not having a plate that bolts onto the bow, goes right through the riser, and one set screw. So this is better for bow hunting than a traditional dovetail. Talked to them this morning about this, and the only sights that don't fit this is black gold, which is a bummer because I really like black gold's product. And hopefully they're going to do something about that to make it to where their stuff fits in here too. But according to Mathews, this is not me, this is them, I haven't tried it, every single solitary dovetail bow sight manufacturer on the market, but black gold, fits in this little gherkin. So you don't actually need a new sight if you have a dovetail already. Your dovetail will most likely go right in here. And why is that important in this? Because they are making quivers for these bows that are these bows specific. They're only for, they'll still bolt on the other bows, but it won't work if you don't have this little guy because the arrows are like right on top of the riser. And we'll do a video here as well that'll launch at the same time that talks about that quiver and all the other details, as well as this new Mathews specific only sight that Excel's making for them that is a Mathews only product. You can only get this from Mathews. Also not allowed to be sold online. That I've heard, same with the quivers. So, but that's really the differences in these bows as far as functions concerned. There are no other major changes over what they are already made other than the physical sizes. And 29 and 33 to me are a lot better sizes than what they offered last year at 27 and 31. That's more of a bow I'd like to see is that, oh yeah, new color of bow, by the way. This is it graphite they called it, or graphite? Yeah. Graphite, which this color is really freaking cool. It's kind of like a brown with a little bit of gray. And for all you stone lovers out there, they discontinued it. It's gone. So if you really got to have stone, you got to buy an older bow and get it before nobody else has one anymore because they're not making stone anymore. Just this new graphite. But to me, way cooler color. Love this color if, and I'm saying if, I shoot a Mathews this year, it'll definitely be this color. This is a really cool color. So, but without further ado, let's actually fire this bow a little bit. I've drawn it like 3 times, but I haven't actually shot it yet, so I don't know what the deadness of it feels like, but they usually handle that pretty good, so I expect it. I don't expect the draw cycle to be any different than last year's, because it's basically the same cam system with those little tips sticking out on the top and the bottom. And we did also do a video about that that field press system, so you can see how it works. We talked about it a little bit, showed it to you, and put it on and took a cable off and took a string off and showed you how that works. So check that video out if you want to see how those work and why. It's freaking ingeniously simple. So here we go on feel. Let's see. This is 70 pounds and 30 inches, like everything else. So already off the gate, that pulls to me like exactly like last year's bow. It does not feel any different. And having shot that Levitate like 3 days ago or 2 days ago, this definitely pulls easier than the Levitate at the same poundage. But my guess is because of that, this bow's probably quite a bit slower than the Levitate. You give and you take. So if you have a bow that's like really fast, it probably pulls really hard. Granted, you'll get used to that as long as you shoot at a reasonable amount, but they do feel different when you're comparing them bow to bow. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's a pretty smooth cycle. Now, it's not an easy drawing bow, but neither was last year's, but it's definitely easier than the Levitate that we shot. I'm going to grip this really good and see if I can feel anything in it at all. So there's an initial whoop, and you can kind of feel it flex a little bit, but it dissipates super fast. I mean, there's a little buzz, but it's probably gone in 1/8 of a second at that. So it's pretty dead. Pretty darn impressive for what it is. One more shot and then we'll get you some speed. See what we get. Yeah, it's pretty darn dead. Little tiny little buzz at the end, but really dead. So let's pull those and see what kind of velocity we're getting out of it. All right, here we go. 70 pounds, 30 inches, 350 grain arrow. It's as IBO of a test as I can give you. Here we go. .327, and this is supposed to be 340, and it's supposed to be a 340 bow, so that's 13 feet slow. Let's give it a couple more. See if we come out with that. .328. Yeah, the more I pull it, it seems pretty darn smooth. It really does. .330. So we're going to have to call that .328, which is 12 feet slow of advertised or published. And that's a little too slow for me, but these are 85 mods, right? Yeah, so 80 mods should be faster. So pause for a station identification. All right, well, 4 screws and 2 modules later, now we've got an 80% mod on here. We didn't have the right ones last year when we tested these, so you can actually check and see how much faster is it really if I put 80% on there. They always said it was like 7 feet, but now we'll know for sure. So we averaged 328 with the 85%. Here's an 80%. Doesn't really feel any harder to pull on that. The pocket's a little shorter. 331, a little faster, but that's not 7 feet. That's 3 feet. .332, trying to break an arrow. That's a little faster. That's probably 4 foot faster. 330. So we're going to say 332. So what's that? 4 feet faster? 331, 332, 3 or 4 feet for that 80%. So that does put it in the realm of within 10 feet of its published speed. It's still on the slow side, but it's anymore. We just got to say if you're within 10, you're being fair, because nobody's honest about this stuff, but it's close. All in all, this is an incredibly good feeling bow, and this little 29-inch sucker would be really nice to have a ground blind or a tree stand for me. I might draw a length at 30, but a shorter guy might really like this bow all around. Just depends overall, but riser's super long. Pretty sweet bow. Head on over to podiumarcher.com for all your archery needs. $99 and up is free shipping. If there's anything on there or anything you're looking for that we don't have on there, please let me know, and if we're allowed to ship it and sell it, I'll get it on there so you can buy it. Hit like, hit subscribe, get down into the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you're looking for. If there's stuff I'm not doing here that you want to see. We did order a decibel meter, but it hasn't come in yet, so I can't check noise and see if there's even a measurable way to do it. But if there is, we'll add that to our little deal. We will do a deeper dive on probably the 3 or 4 most popular bows once the year starts rolling, to do some really way more elaborate testing instead of the generic testing that we're doing. But that's where we're at right now. More than anything, guys, thanks for checking us out.